the hate army troll.
It's the hate army,
bro. Hate army.
Shout out to hate.
Good vibes to the
Shout
hate
out to
army.
hate.
Shout out to hate.
Shout out
Shout
for
out to
hate.
hate.
Shout out to hate.
Shout out for
Shout
hate.
out for hate.
So, I'm excited for today. I hope you will, just, after this podcast, stick around and join me for more Final Fantasy VII. It should be fun. Open world, more exploring, more fun content, and good chill vibes until we basically beat it. And then we go to the next part of the story. So anyway, I'm excited for that. Please stick around for it. And by the way, yesterday, I don't know what happened. So on launch day, right, support was incredibly slow. And I was like, wow, so this is kind of disheartening. Should I keep playing Final Fantasy VII as much as I said I was going to, or should I cut back on it? Yesterday, it was literally the opposite. It was people came out in droves to support, and it was tips, it was super chats, like it was a great day. Yes, I wore the Cloud Strife wig yesterday. And yes, we will continue with this. If we hit the tier 2 goal of $100, I will put on the Cloud Strife wig again today. Wee-oo, 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 wee-oo. Come back, everybody. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Okay. So you got to see me. And as you see, we have 2 new emotes in the chat. Number 1, we've got me as Cloud with the actual Cloud hairdo from the game. Like the classic Cloud hairdo, like the PS1 style. And then there's another new emote of me wearing the Cloud wig. And honestly, I think that when I'm wearing that wig and I had the Gunner glasses on, I look more like Garth from Wayne's World than anything like Cloud, because that wig looks nothing like Cloud's hairdo. But it was pretty funny regardless. People liked it. So, yeah, like it was a great day for support. I was, wow, people really rallied after the first day kind of sucking. They rallied, and yesterday ended up being a really good support day. So thank you for that, okay? Now, will that continue on, right? I don't know. I don't know if that pattern will continue on, or if today all of a sudden it's just going to slow down. I don't know what to tell you. I guess we'll have to see. But I guess we'll see as we play, right? I would hope. I'm not expecting a crazy day like that every day, but I would hope that if people who are liking the game will support it, and we can keep it in the rotation more often. But, you know, it may be that we have to kind of alternate, and we'll talk about that a little bit further in the podcast when I get to the schedule, okay? So, pick flowers with the illustration as a guide. Well, let's save, and we'll split the part, and then we'll do that. Cool. All right, guys, thanks. Hope you're still enjoying. I mean, look at the tremendous amount of side content. We fought a unique boss today. We've done a bunch of questing, got a bunch of good items, leveled up a bunch, got a rare materia. So, great progress, and we're basically almost done with the side content in the region. We've got what we're doing right now, and I think one mission, and then we're done, and we can move on to the next part of the game, and we've basically 100%ed this area. So, good stuff, and see you in the next part. Okay, just gonna stretch my legs, guys. Once again, if you guys like the Final Fantasy stuff, please support it. As you guys can see, so we went from a slow-ish launch day to yesterday an overabundance of support, and now today it's like back to nothing. You know, this is literally, the tips is 1 Minute Man and a $1 tip from earlier, and that's it. Now, some of you have super chatted, and thank you for that. No memberships whatsoever today either. So, you tell me. I'm enjoying the game. The content's great. The graphics are great. The music is great. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. Get fucked. I think if people are just tired of RPGs. Just being honest, I think they are. So, I mean, I don't think there's a chance I could play Dragon's Dogma this month. No one's going to watch it. People are RPG'd out. They want variety. They want action. They want combat. They want different things. It's too many of the same game at once. And I said this 100%. I said it earlier this year that this was going to happen. There's too much of the same fucking kind of game. And people just get tired. And I hear it. I totally hear that, you know? Oh, man. Ugh. I just want you guys to understand, I'm very happy for those of you that are here hanging out with me and having a good time with the game. I really do. I understand that not everyone can be supportive every day. I get it. Really, I do. I'm not... Overall, things are alright. I'm just saying that it's crazy with this game. How am I supposed to judge how much I play it? The first day did not so good. The second day did insanely good. Today is deader than the first day. So how do I judge how much to play Final Fantasy VII? I have no clue, right? So I think we are going to alternate. Like on my plan, I talked about this on the podcast today. I said I think what I'm going to do is alternate between this and Baldur's Gate. And I think that's just what we're going to do for the month. Because obviously I can't rely just on this game when 2 out of 3 days so far has been so slow. You know? Thank you, Soul Psych Records. To the super chat says, we love you, Phil. Thank you to Soul Psych for the super chat. Appreciate that. Okay. Why? I just realized something. Why is this menu skewed to the side of the screen? Isn't that weird? Wouldn't a menu usually be, like, centered? Why is it to the right? That is really weird. Sarah says, I understand why you feel that way. If people are burned out of RPGs, then why does Baldur's Gate get so much support? Because it was Game of the Year. Because so many people loved it, and they're really dying to see my reaction to everything in it, because it's such like a meaningful game to a lot of people. And if you notice at Baldur's Gate, we don't get a lot of viewers, even on the streams and on the videos. It's a small group of very dedicated people who like that playthrough. That's the difference. It's not getting mainstream viewership. You know what I'm saying? Basically, the way I see it, there's going to be things with me that will get mainstream viewership. If I play, you know, a first-person shooter launch week. If I play a fighting game at launch week. If I play any Soulsborne game at any time. Right? But it has to be a good one. It can't be a cheap knockoff. It has to be an official one or something really good like Lies of P. Right? But man, these RPGs, I think the common viewer is just tired of this shit. They don't want to see another fucking RPG when there's just endless amounts of them. I knew this was going to happen. I outright called it early this year and said, dude, look at the schedule. Why is it non-stop RPGs? No one's going to want this many. All right, let's continue. Alrighty, everyone, we're back and we're picking flowers. It's a nice version of Aristeen, by the way. Elliptian says, this is a narrative-based game. People are playing through the game themselves and avoiding spoilers. No. Wrong. Here's why I say wrong. Because I'm now, 10, 11 hours in? The game's been out for 3 days. Most people who are playing this are like 20, 30 hours in. They're playing way more than me. So that's bullshit. Especially now, as you can see, I'm doing side content. I'm not doing story. I'm not spoiling anything. So that's nonsense. It really is. Okay. If there's RPG fatigue, why did I ignore Tomb Raider 1 through 3 remastered? Because you just said it. It's classic old games remastered. Quite frankly, they're not great games. Like, at the time they were, I remember exactly how they play. They're not great to play or really watch in the modern day. The gunplay is really, really crappy and basic. And the platforming is really, really, like, underwhelming. It's basically looking for little ledges and shimmying and doing these weird angled jumps that are very annoying, and it's just outdated. And it's fine, because if you want to play those classics, go ahead. But games have advanced so much in the last 20 plus years, playing those old ones feels very, very tedious, I would say. I remember, actually, to be truthful, when I played Tomb Raider 1, I got to the end and I was so frustrated with it. Because the ending actually gets really annoying. So, honestly, that's why. And by the way, there was no real demand for it. Being honest, I wasn't planning on playing it, and it wasn't like people were in an upheaval about that. We've done everything in Grasslands. Look, 100%ed. So now when we play next time, which will be Tuesday, we're going to advance the story. We're just going to jump right on the Chocobo and come down here to the bog. I think what we do is we walk through the bog to get to the next story. See, through the swamplands. And this should take us to the next story area, which I don't know what it's going to be. We'll see. But that's good stuff, right? Great progress. Over the last 2 to 3 days here, we beat everything. We got all the rewards. And now we are locked, loaded, and ready to continue here in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth with the story next time around. So next stream should be probably all story. Because if the game is paced the way that I suspect it is, you're going to have a big chunk of story. That's like 4 or 5 hours. Then you're probably going to have open world to explore. Your choice if you want to do it or not. If you do it, it's rewarding. You do lots of fights, leveling, items, and materia and the like. But then you go back to the story and it'll probably be linear again for a while, right? I'm okay with that alternation. I think that's a good formula. So now we're about 11 to 11 and a half hours into the game. I really like it. You know, I'm not an expert yet on this, but I am having a good time with it. I hope that you guys are enjoying it. And so far, so good. I can't wait for more and story advancement next time when we play. For those who did support the stream today, thank you very much. Particularly at the end there, that Soul Psych Records doing a bunch of super chats. I appreciate that. And everyone who chilled, thanks for being a chill audience. For those who helped with the gameplay mechanics, thank you for that as well. And I shall be back with more later on this week. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed these first big dose of 11, 12 hours of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth within the first few days. And now we will get further in next time around, okay? All right, thank you all, and I will see you for more soon. Excuse me. Okay, yes, guys, that is it for now. So, it's break time. It's time for me to upload and eat. I am hungry. I hope to see you all tonight. Tonight, it is at 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. And it's going to be interesting because we're going to be trying to finish up the quest lines that are in the region for Chapter 7. Because we're basically, once we hit Chapter 8, that's it. Like, we go to a whole new area of the game where you're locked out of content in Hawaii for a while. So that's why I want to kind of do the leftover Hawaii content that I want to do. We'll see how it goes tonight. I'm not sure how much we'll do. Will we advance the story? We may. Let's see how it goes on the late stream and go from there, all right? Tomorrow is React Day. Tomorrow it's reacting all day long. So we're going to have podcast here, DSP versus the internet on DSP React, and then the fun Retro React throwback stream of Heavy Rain on the late stream on DSP Throwback. So content all over the place, all right? I hope to see ya tonight if you can make it, all right? Thank you all. Enjoy the break, and I'll see you tonight for Like a Dragon. Peace out.
Tipping me helps me more than anything.